Welcome to World Affairs Chronicles, where we untangle the intricate and often unsettling web of global dynamics that dictate our reality. Today, we are venturing into the heart of uncertainty with Singapore, a precarious ascent, from margins to might. Join us as we dissect the breathtaking yet turbulent journey of Singapore, a saga marked by extraordinary economic metamorphosis against the odds. From its precarious origins as a British colonial backwater riddled with deep-seated social challenges, to its ascension as a global economic powerhouse, this diminutive island state's story is one of defiance, risk, and relentless ambition. But what lies beneath this gleaming facade? As we delve deeper, we'll uncover the high stakes and the fragile balance that sustain Singapore's prosperity. Embark with us on this nerve-wracking exploration to decipher the elements that have sculpted Singapore's economic terrain, from its shadowed past to its luminescent present, and into the foggy uncertainties of its future. Imagine a nation mired in poverty, a place where slums dominate the landscape and addiction festers among the unemployed. Now picture that same nation transformed, just a few decades later, into a global powerhouse boasting immense wealth, a highly skilled and driven workforce, and a gleaming metropolis of innovation. This is the astonishing tale of Singapore. Singapore's story is one of the most remarkable economic transformations in history. From its humble beginnings as a British trading post, plagued by social ills, this tiny island nation defied expectations and rose to become one of the richest countries on Earth. Its phenomenal success isn't merely about economic figures, it's a testament to the human spirit. A story of how people shed the weight of their past and forged a future of unwavering dedication, national pride, and relentless pursuit of progress. As we explore Singapore's past, present, and future, we'll uncover the secrets behind its success and the incredible human endeavor that fueled this extraordinary growth. Dive into the riveting saga of Singapore, from poverty to powerhouse. Nestled at the pulsing heart of the Malay Peninsula, Singapore's prime position along the crucial Malacca Strait has long made it the envy of empires. By the 14th century, there was a Malay trading place called Temasek on the island of Singapore. Over the next few hundred years, different groups controlled it until it was destroyed by fire in the 17th century and everyone forgot about it. In 1819, the British set up Singapore as a place for trading. Sir Stamford Raffles envisioned more than just a British trading post. He saw a bustling hub of global commerce. Singapore rapidly ascended as a key shipping nexus, its free port status beckoning traders and igniting an economic renaissance. Then came the storm, World War II. The Japanese occupation turned Singapore's streets into scenes of nightmarish violence, with mass executions and severe hardships becoming the dark norm. The war's end left behind Singapore in ruins, its infrastructure shattered, its people mired in poverty, unemployment soaring, and the specter of social unrest looming large. It joined the Malaysian Federation in 1963, but was ousted 2 years later and became independent. But 1965 marked the dawn of an unlikely odyssey. Thrust into independence after a fraught merger with Malaysia, Singapore found itself alone, its future uncertain. With no natural resources and surrounded by wary neighbors, the odds were stark. Yet what followed was nothing short of miraculous. Embark with us on this exhilarating journey through Singapore's tumultuous yet triumphant past, a testament to the indomitable spirit of a nation that rose from obscurity to global prominence. The rise of Lee Kuan Yew as Singapore's first prime minister was a pivotal moment in the nation's history. He recognized that Singapore's survival and success hinged on rapid economic growth, social order, and strategic planning. His leadership style, often described as authoritarian, was controversial but undeniably effective in transforming Singapore. Here's how he did it. Social stability and unity. Lee Kuan Yew prioritized social stability as a prerequisite for economic progress. he took a strong stance against ethnic tensions, corruption, and social disorder. While some measures were harsh and curtailed individual freedoms, they helped foster a sense of unity and common purpose vital for the young nation. Economic pragmatism and strategic vision. Instead of relying on traditional economic ideologies, Lee Kuan Yew adopted a pragmatic and adaptable approach. His government implemented policies that attracted foreign investment, transforming Singapore into a manufacturing and export hub. Key strategies included focus on infrastructure, developing world-class port facilities, airports, and telecommunications, investment in education and human capital, building a skilled workforce to support high-tech industries, tax incentives and pro-business policies, creating an attractive environment for foreign companies, state-owned enterprises, playing a direct role in key industries. Singapore eventually became one of the world's most prosperous countries, with strong international trading links and with per capita GDP among the highest globally. Singapore's rapid economic transformation is undeniable. Today, it boasts one of the highest GDPs per capita in the world, a highly educated workforce, a virtually corruption-free environment, and a reputation for efficiency and innovation. Singapore is the fourth richest country in the world by GDP per capita at $106,000 as of 2022. Here's a deeper look at how Singapore achieved such remarkable progress. Lee Kuan Yew, recognizing the need to bolster the post-independence economy, implemented policies to attract international banks and financial institutions. His successor, Goh Chok Tong, further solidified Singapore's reputation through the creation of the Monetary Authority of Singapore, establishing a robust regulatory framework and promoting financial stability. Singapore strategically positioned itself as a financial hub during the economic boom of Southeast Asia in the 1970s and 1980s. It provided secure banking, sound investment opportunities, and tax incentives, attracting a high volume of regional capital and foreign investors. Singapore is a small island in Southeast Asia. It does not have many resources. It is the third biggest financial center after London and New York. Its financial markets are key for trading chemicals, refined petroleum, and electronics. Recognizing the dawn of the digital age, the Singaporean government, in the 1980s, invested heavily in its IT infrastructure. The National Computer Board was formed to drive computerization and build a skilled tech workforce. Through initiatives like the Science Park and dedicated technology zones, Singapore became an enticing space for global tech companies to set up research and development centers. Tax breaks, generous research grants, and top-tier universities helped create a thriving innovation ecosystem. Companies in Singapore pay a 17% tax on their income. The effective corporate tax rate could be less than this, considering the other incentives introduced by the Inland Revenue Authority of Singapore. New companies get a tax break on their profits for the first 3 years. Building on its historic roots as a trading post, Singapore significantly upgraded its port infrastructure under government leadership. Automation, increased capacity, and seamless integration with air and road networks solidified its dominance as a global shipping hub. Singapore is renowned as the world's second-largest container port by cargo tonnage, with Shanghai alone surpassing it. In 2022, the port impressively managed approximately 37.29 million EUs, 20-foot equivalent units, demonstrating a modest growth from 2020, notwithstanding the global downturn triggered by COVID-19. Furthermore, as of 2021, Singapore boasted ownership of over 1,380 foreign-flagged vessels, underscoring its pivotal role in global maritime trade. Recognizing the value chain, Singapore expanded into logistics and supply chain management. Attracting major shipping corporations and offering world-class services helped it maintain its position at the heart of global trade networks. While economic progress was paramount under Lee Kuan Yew, there was a gradual shift towards improving overall quality of life. This included a massive public housing program, ensuring affordable housing for most of the population, and significant investments in state-of-the-art healthcare and education. A focused campaign on cleanliness transformed Singapore into an exceptionally well-maintained city, attracting tourists and foreign talent. A well-regulated environment and focus on public spaces further added to its appeal as a highly livable city. Singapore's success today is the result of a long-term vision, careful planning, and strong leadership focused on economic diversification and creating opportunities at every level. Its transformation underscores the importance of investing in human capital, harnessing strategic advantages, and maintaining a future-forward outlook to become a thriving global city. While Singapore's success story is remarkable, the path ahead isn't without hurdles. Here's a breakdown of the key challenges and the government's ongoing efforts to mitigate them. While Singapore has enjoyed political stability, rising income inequality, shifting demographics, and a more vocal populace could pose a challenge to maintaining a smooth transition of power in the future. The government is taking steps to engage younger generations in policymaking and gradually broaden the space for political discourse. With a history of authoritarian policies, striking a balance between social cohesion and individual liberties remains a concern. Efforts to address issues like freedom of expression, LGBTQ+ rights, and cost of living are likely to gain momentum in the coming years. Singapore's heavy reliance on global trade and finance makes it susceptible to economic downturns and geopolitical shifts. The government's response focuses on maintaining a flexible economy, forging strategic trade partnerships, and continuously upgrading the workforce to adapt to new economic realities. Despite impressive overall growth, income inequality and escalating costs of living have become a concern. The government has implemented various measures, including progressive taxation, skills upgrading programs, and subsidies for housing and healthcare to address these issues. A rapidly aging population and declining birth rates could create future labor shortages. Singapore is actively encouraging immigration, though at a cautiously calibrated pace, while investing in automation and productivity improvements to mitigate labor deficits. While meritocracy has propelled Singapore forward, it has also created a highly competitive environment, putting pressure on individuals. Managing stress and mental wellness are emerging as important issues the government is beginning to address through public awareness campaigns and expanded mental health services.
We want to increase the access and availability of services within the community, the professionalism and competencies of the staff and personnel, volunteers, social service agencies in the community, as well as then increase the capacity and capability of the professional healthcare services to deal with the entire spectrum of mental health and well-being.
Singapore's limited land area poses a challenge to future growth. Ambitious projects such as land reclamation, underground development, and high-density urban planning are being employed to maximize space. As an island nation, Singapore is susceptible to rising sea levels and climate change effects. The government has invested heavily in mitigation strategies like coastal protection measures and exploring renewable energy sources. Singapore's success lies in its ability to plan for decades. Government-led initiatives like the Research, Innovation, and Enterprise Council drive national strategic planning for economic and technological advancement. Moving beyond its traditional strengths, Singapore is investing in sectors like biotechnology, advanced manufacturing, and the digital economy to reduce reliance on any single industry. Singapore plays a key role in organizations like ASEAN to foster regional economic integration and cooperation, positioning itself to benefit from growth throughout Southeast Asia. Singapore's future hinges on its ability to manage these challenges while seizing new opportunities. While the path won't be without bumps, the nation's strong foundation, track record of innovation, and focus on strategic planning bode well for its continued success as a global economic force and a highly desirable place to live. We've journeyed through the multifaceted saga of Singapore, from its humble beginnings as a war-torn outpost to its emergence as a beacon of hope and prosperity. Our exploration spanned the transformative era under Lee Kuan Yew's visionary leadership, which saw Singapore metamorphose from a struggling city-state into a global powerhouse of logistics, shipping, and unparalleled quality of life. We've delved deep into the heart of Singapore's thriving present as a vibrant global city, while also casting a discerning eye on the hurdles it continues to navigate, from political intricacies and social dynamics to the geographical challenges that define its resilience. Singapore's narrative is a profound testament to the power of visionary leadership and strategic foresight, underscored by an unwavering commitment to progress. It stands as a luminous example to the world, showcasing that limitations and adversities can be transcended through unity, innovation, and an indomitable spirit of determination. The insights gleaned from Singapore's journey are not just stories of a nation's triumph. They are blueprints of hope, resilience, and ingenuity for countries striving towards their tales of success. As we conclude our comprehensive discourse on Singapore, it's clear that the Lion City's story is not merely one of economic ascent, but a broader narrative of human aspiration and achievement. Singapore embodies the essence of transformation, serving as a guiding light for developing nations on the path to prosperity, a living proof that from the ashes of challenge, a phoenix can indeed rise. Thank you for accompanying us on this captivating voyage through the economic epic of Singapore here at World Affairs Chronicles. Together, we've traversed from the nascent sparks of prosperity across the turbulent seas of economic trials to the break of a new era poised for transformative leadership. Should this expedition through Singapore's storied past and its pressing contemporary challenges have enriched your understanding, we warmly invite you to like, share, and subscribe to our channel. Your engagement is the cornerstone that empowers us to illuminate more narratives of geoeconomic and geopolitical import. Anticipate our next video, where we will unravel another riveting subject that molds the contours of our world. Until we meet again, farewell and stay curious.